Hey, it's me! It's Hansel here, as usual, with my best buddy Wayne. Today, to celebrate the holiday season with family, we have a special guest on, someone in my own family who is one of the more successful and interesting Asians that I know. It's not Wayne, though, who is my brother, but from another mother. Instead, it is my real brother from the same brother. Brother Wayne! Have I
Brother Wayne!
Why don't you get things started by introducing a brother Haniel, the other brother.
Brother Haniel. All right, well, yeah, let's see. Today's guest, graduate of UPenn undergrad, and then went back there again to get his MBA from Wharton. So he's got that, the double UPenn. He's had a successful career from being at McKinsey consultant to many C-level positions and is currently the CEO of Kastle Systems. And yeah, as we said, he is super special because he is the older brother of my co-host here, Hansel. So let's welcome Haniel Lynn.
Hey, what's up?
I think that was a standing ovation.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I'm not standing.
I'm standing, and I am standing, and I'm applauding.
So, like, seriously, it's so Asian of you guys to introduce me by my college credentials first.
Yeah, that is very.
It's not even like, hey,
Asian.
This is this guy. Like, I got 2 kids. Like, whatever. You just went straight to the.
That's important.
Yeah.
The most important thing is your
and then it should be what kind of car you drive. Porsche, by the way.
Yeah.
So. I should have put that in there. And he drives a Porsche, all electric.
Okay, Haniel, start us off by telling us about yourself, however you would like.
Okay. See, I would not have gone with I went to Penn. That is not how I would have started.
So humble. Okay.
Yeah. That's very Asian-like too, to reverse the whole thing.
Right.
Nice. Pretend you don't have a good background.
Pretend that you don't care that you went to UPenn. But, you know.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I live in Washington, D.C. How's that? So with that,
That's cool.
live in D.C. I've lived in D.C. for, forever. Since I graduated from Penn.
Yeah, there we go. Drop that in. See, nobody knew that.
I've lived in DC since forever, and we've got 2 kids. Both of them are grown. Both of them graduated college. Both of them live in New York City right
Where
now.
did they go to college?
You're skipping so many good parts.
That's right. Where did they go to college?
Okay. So our older one, his name is Carter. He's 25 now.
Wow.
He
Dang.
went to Penn also. And then our daughter is 22. She just graduated this year, and she went to Brown.
Ah, see.
Penn and Brown. Not bad, not bad.
Also very Asian. That is very Asian. That is top of the chain.
Yeah. Well, it's hyper hard to get into any of these places, and they just got lucky and they got in.
Absolutely. It's insane to get in.
But they got lucky and they get in, but then where do they go afterwards? Where are they now?
So we're super proud of our kids. Our older one is a management consultant at Accenture, so he's in their strategy group.
Nice.
And then our daughter is a software developer at Apple.
What?
Oh, wow.
So what you're saying is no doctors.
No doctors. You failed. That's right.
Totally. They're not doctors. So
what a failure.
They totally let down the whole Asian culture, but that's all right.
That's right. But you said that they lucked out, but I think, but
it is luck. Like they did well in school and all that kind of stuff, but it's a lot of luck to get into these places, right? It's hard. Like we know lot of people who are very qualified, and
that's true.
Some cases
there's got to be so many qualified people that at some point it gets to be a little bit of a.
But there's got to be a lot of skill too, because it happened 4 times, right? So 2 kids, they both got into good schools and they both got really good jobs. So
yeah.
Even if it is luck,
yeah,
there must have been something behind it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you go through college. You go through life with your kids, and you probably have this because both of you guys have kids, right? You go through it, and you're like, gosh, there are these forks in the road, and are we taking the right one? And you never know. You just do not know. Like, are you pushing your kids in the right direction or not? Are you pushing too much? Are you pushing too little? And you have no idea. And then at the end, you just see what happens.
Yeah,
that's true. I mean, you could always be successful going to whatever school, and that's totally true. But
sure.
As a parent, though, you can't show off about it if your kid are going to say school.
That's right.
That's the main issue.
It is kind of like we all may know the facts that, like, America has thousands of great universities and colleges, and kids could probably, like, that's not going to make or break them. But then why are we all like But we still want that, like, to go to UPenn or Brown and things like that. But
So we can
it's
show
just,
off.
yeah, because you can show off. But
Okay,
I
so
mean,
finish the
because
intro. So let's see.
there are like 9 schools that matter because it's
Yeah.
the 8 plus Wash U. Those are the only.
that's
The
right.
Ivies plus WashU.
The Ivies plus WashU. That's it. That's all that
Nice. Okay,
matters.
so finish the intro.
Okay,
So two
okay.
kids,
So
awesome. What else?
yeah, the kids are great, and so we're super proud of them. I'm married to Anita. Anita and I met in college. And so she's works at a company called Capgemini. She's a consultant focused on technology, serving the federal government here in DC. And like you guys said, I am right now the CEO of a company called Kastle. And Kastle is a security technology, physical security technology managed services company. So we do stuff like access control, video camera systems, video surveillance in big shiny office buildings, like in big NFL cities downtown. So that's our company. And so I've been there
Big
for about
NFL
7 years.
cities?
Did you say NFL cities?
Yeah, I
Like
call them
you,
NFL cities. So the big major cities, like or downtown office buildings in big cities, they call them
Oh,
NFL.
is that a
there's
thing? NFL
Jacksonville.
cities.
It's not Jacksonville though. We draw the line at Jacksonville.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
actually, no. I'm kidding. We have it in kind of the New York, Washington, Chicago, LA, San Francisco, kind of big cities.
NFL cities. That's a cool way to say it.
Yeah, that is
So,
a
okay,
cool way.
so
I haven't heard that phrase, but I'm going to start using it now.
so this is
Good.
like you're walking into one of those buildings downtown or whatever, and then you take your card and you beep on the thing. That's you
Yeah.
guys. That's you
That's
guys.
right.
So,
So it's like the cool kids now don't do it on the card, they do it on their phone. So
oh,
you
really?
Wow.
basically have your credential on your phone, and your phone is the thing that lets you, or your watch, you could do that too. But that's the thing that lets you get into to doors. And
Oh,
then we'll
cool.
also do video cameras on top of that too. So that's our tech that we put together and install for our
So,
clients.
like when I worked at Oracle, what about that? Like those card
Yeah.
badges, and it would let
Was
me
that
into my
Castle?
Oracle buildings. So
Was
now
that a thing Castle
probably
back then?
is that you guys?
Wait, say that again. Well, we don't. Oracle is not a client of ours.
Right, but
So,
other kind
Okay.
of big companies that have just door security and people have a work
yeah,
card, you guys do that. Okay.
yeah,
And
yeah. So
now I
it's the
guess
same
everybody
kind
would just have like a Castle app and then at work and they would put it on their
Do you
phone.
even
Yeah,
have
you
do you
don't
have to
even
pull
need
it
an
out?
app now. You use an app to download the credential into your wallet, and then it
Oh.
runs off of your wallet.
So
Think
yeah, but you
about
still have to pull out the wallet and double click the wallet or whatever. You can't just walk
well,
through.
so there's a version of it where you walk up to the door and you don't have to pull up your phone at all, which is
Oh
Bluetooth.
wow.
And then if you wanted to pull it out so that you can have a very consistent experience, like if you go through the subway system, you pull your phone and you tap it,
Yeah.
it'd be just like
Yeah.
that for a door to get into a door.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
So you do the tech. So what you're trying to do is sort of push the boundaries of that. What would be the next big, what's the next big goal of getting to the new buildings? What's the coolest new thing
Well, the
beyond
deal
that?
is the thing that's messed up now is every system has a key and a reader that has to pair up, right? That's how you get security. So you kind of think about this as like I have a code that I have to be able to read. And if I
Hmm.
have that code, then I know it's secure, right? The problem with it is one credential in one with one reader doesn't work with another reader in, let's say, a different office building or in another tenant suite. So I don't know if you've ever worked in a company that has many different or many different offices in many different buildings.
Yeah,
All
I have.
so you probably have to then carry a card. Like I used to work at a company called CEB, and this company had lots and lots of different locations, and I would have to carry a badge for every one of those offices. And
Oh man.
it's not compatible. It's a super clunky, antiquated system. So there's this new standard that's coming out in the industry that's called Aliro, whatever for nerds out there that are in the industry. But Aliro is the thing that allows you like a standard to interoperate. So you have one card and one credential that like, can be read by many different readers. As long as everybody's on this standard, then everybody can read this credential, and so you can interoperate, which is again the nerd term for making sure your badge can work in every building and every system.
So sounds like you're insanely technical and understand everything, but I would think that as a CEO that you're probably so far removed from that you're just like in the board meetings and I mean, so what's it like being CEO? Like, are you really still? I mean, it's probably not all CEOs know their technology to that level. that you do, but I know that the other
Well,
parts of your
yeah,
CEO
I don't
job
know.
must.
What I just said was very high level, actually. I don't even know.
Oh,
It's low level to Wayne.
it's low level to
Yeah.
me. That's right. But I mean, I'm kind of interested in your other CEO parts of the job. Must be
Yeah, like
like,
what does a
board meetings
day
and.
what does a day look like for you? Because here's the interesting thing is that you're CEO on the East Coast and I'm kind of CEO on the West Coast. So it's a very interesting dichotomy. I'm not really a CEO. I'm a different kind of CEO. But so what does a day look like for you and how do you run your company? Because your company is hundreds of millions, right?
Yeah, a couple $100 million of revenue, and then we've got about 900 people, 850, 900 people, or something like that in
Oh,
the
a little
company.
different than Hansel, that's true. Hansel has like
I got
me.
Wayne.
Yeah, we work together and that's it. But he's still big time CEO, so I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's big
Same
time.
title, same title. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Well, I think every company, even a company of similar sizes, will have different flavors of what the CEO does, right?
True. I would
So,
think so.
so the thing about my job is I spend a lot of time thinking about where's the business going to go and where's the industry going, and making sure that we're putting the resources into the right places so that we can hopefully get the best outcomes and best growth. In our case, what we're trying to drive for, best growth that we can.
That
And
sounds just
so,
like what I'm doing.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Well, exactly. But
It's
exactly.
very
It's
generic.
identical. That's why you guys are almost twins. They're
we
like twin
are we are
brothers.
like exactly twins.
Yeah. I
We're,
mean,
we're 13 months
HL.
apart, so we're exactly twins.
Yeah.
13
Same
months apart,
initials,
yeah.
Yeah,
everything.
exactly.
But
So, but
some of it,
I,
in all seriousness, is some overlap. I mean, Hansel's looking at direction and things for the coder
but that's
school, which, is
I think
huge.
that's what CEO jobs are, though. But then the way that you get it done and how you work with your
And how big
board,
your team is and things
yeah,
like that.
exactly, and how
Yeah.
you get leverage in your system and what you do. Just it's dependent a lot on the people that are in it, the circumstances, and the way that it works, and what you're trying to do, and how much resourcing you've got, and all of that drives how you spend your time. And
Yeah.
then the thing is, you're just trying to get to the best outcomes that you can. And so when things matter, you spend more time on it, whatever that is.
So the one thing that's interesting to me is I always like growing up together, I think everybody knew you were going to be CEO, right? Did you know you were going to be CEO?
Did you? Did you feel like you
Yeah,
were
At what
LXP
age? How
Keaton?
about at what age were you?
so let's see. I don't know that I have an at what age thing, but I pretty much knew I was going to be in business back in oh gosh, it was like seventh grade.
Some
Do you
middle
remember Mr.
school.
Barlow? Did you have Mr. Barlow?
Yeah, I remember Mr. Barlow. Like he's like super old dude with the buzz
Yeah,
cut thing guy.
I
Yeah.
think I think that was the guy.
Deep voice. Yeah.
But I feel like it was one of these classes where we had something like a junior achievement guy come into the class, and then we were all supposed to make these business cards for what we wanted to be. So I didn't write CEO back then on that card, by the way.
Okay.
But what I did write back in seventh grade was IBM computer programmer.
Oh,
Oh,
really? So a
Yeah,
coder.
a
yeah,
coder. That's
yeah.
hilarious.
Wait a minute, but you were
Um,
never an actual coder, but so
Yeah,
why
no,
but
I
why
wasn't
coder?
actually. I was actually a coder. So when I graduated, so I have an engineering degree. So they go back to that. So I have an engineering degree.
oh,
I have a bachelor of science in systems engineering
Wayne, do you know what
focus.
systems engineering is?
it's kind of the yeah, it's the fake
It
coding thing.
totally exactly. That's exactly what
It's
it is.
kind of like you're in yeah, you're in engineering, but
Yeah.
you're kind of,
It's like, isn't it like
systems.
system? It's like process engineering, right? But it's not. Is it coding?
No. So then my focus in systems was business information systems, which is computer science type stuff. But I
Okay.
coded. But the thing is,
Oh,
just to go back to systems, they're like, I think there are only 7 accredited programs or something back then in the country that did
Mm.
systems officially. But the systems engineers, I will say, everybody thought it was like the most lightweight engineering, which it probably was, but we all got the jobs.
right, right. Because I
So
was
it's
a
the best
double
place to
E,
go.
and I was a double E, and so we would probably say, "Oh, systems engineer, like that's just the
Yeah,
lightweight." But you're right. But you guys are the ones that end up being our bosses at like the McKenzies and stuff, and then we end up getting thrown into just pure doing the programming for you
yeah,
guys.
So
yeah.
so you knew early on because okay. So then let's
Well,
go back.
yeah,
So
yeah.
go.
So I don't know that I knew exactly. No. So I think the reason I created that card, if I remember, like whatever, this is all whatever retrospective bullshit. What can I say that? What can I say on
Yeah,
the
you
Sure.
can say that. You can even drop an F bomb if you really want to.
Go for the
But
F bomb.
but I'm gonna tell both of your mom. I'm gonna tell your
Well,
moms
she can
on
hear it
both of you.
directly. She can hear it
Yeah.
directly.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Oh right, right. That's
You don't have to
right.
tell her because it's
She's
recorded.
actually
Yeah, how
at
that
your,
works, Wayne.
yeah, that's right.
Okay, so I think it was more like I wrote IBM on it because it's a big corporate than it is
Yeah.
that that's probably the more active ingredient than it is a computer programming person or whatever.
Well,
So I
speaking
knew
of,
I wanted
like,
to go into business, and I knew
did
that
you
that
guys
mattered.
watch Family Ties? Were you guys like a big Alex P.
I
Yeah,
like
Keaton?
Family Ties.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, were you, I picture you as like Alex P. Keaton.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe, but so this is also important just from family upbringing. Like we spent a lot of time in Hong Kong, as Hansel probably has talked about before. But we spent a lot of time in Hong Kong and every summer, and our family in Hong Kong is in the rice import export business. And
Oh, I didn't know
so
that. Hansel's never said that. What the
really,
hell? Your family is doing rice import
yeah,
and
the hell, the
export.
fuck.
The F, the F bomb.
The F-bomb?
You just
What?
weren't listening, Wayne. Well, okay, so I mean, let's talk about that, right? So here's the thing. So you're seventh grade, wrote IBM on the card, right? And so we went to Hong Kong a bunch, but at the same time, also, I think Wayne, you know this. We have a single mom, right? We grew up
Yeah,
a single mom. Father
right.
passed away actually when Haniel was 1, and I was still in mom's. My mom was still
Yeah, you
pregnant with
weren't
me.
even out. Yeah,
So this is a total single mom situation, right? And so
yeah.
I guess maybe that's why Haniel, when we went to Hong Kong, maybe that had a outsized impact because there was no business father figure. I remember I asked you this, Haniel, right? I was like, why are we both interested in business when mom is so not interested in business?
Yeah, that might be. I don't know that it had to do with father figure, not father figure, or whatever. That, but Hong Kong definitely has influence because Hong Kong is a super businessy kind of city, right?
It
And so
is.
being
Yeah.
spending time there, you're influenced by business a lot growing up. So I probably would say that that has an outsized impact. Again, father figure or not, I don't think that's my thing, but spending time there, that mattered.
Hmm.
And so then when I let's see, when I went to apply for college, the reason that I went and applied to Penn is because of Wharton undergrad. But then but
Wait, because you knew, because I remember you also, or at least mom told me you wanted to go to maybe Georgetown. Was that
I
also
no
on
no
your list?
I applied to Georgetown for business also. I got into Georgetown, but I didn't go there.
Okay.
Ah,
But
So back then, Penn was still a pretty, because right now Penn is top of the charts, but back then Penn was not top of the charts, but like mostly top of the charts,
no,
right?
no,
It
no. As,
grew.
as Ivy League schools go, I mean, back then they accepted like 30% of the people or something. Like that's like it
it
was
was a
easy
lower Ivy League.
for sure.
It was a,
For
but it
sure
was
a
still a
low.
top school. But you didn't.
It's
So,
still a top school. All Ivy
but
Leagues were always
but
top school,
but
but
as in like you never decided. Like, how come you didn't do like Harvard?
Well, I didn't apply there, but it
yeah,
also
that's weird. I would think that you would.
Yeah,
I
why
don't
Penn?
know. I don't even know that I would have gotten in there though. But I
You'll
think
never know now, though.
Yeah.
yeah, but the thing about the Penn deal, though, the reason I'm saying about Wharton is because Wharton undergrad is a thing, right? And so I applied to business school. I applied to Georgetown for business school, and
Oh,
that's why I
even
went
as an
to
undergrad, you
Oh,
can be applying.
so
yeah
meaning
Wharton
back then.
undergrad. There's a Wharton undergrad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually, the Wharton undergrad people are smarter than Wharton grad people. Just FYI, everybody.
Really?
Uh,
that's how that works. Huh.
Isn't Wharton undergrad just the business school at Penn that's named Wharton?
it's a business, but so at Penn undergrad, I was in the engineering school. There's College of Arts and Sciences, there's the nursing school, and then there is
And
the
then
Wharton.
there's a Wharton undergrad.
Like there's Wharton undergrad, and then there's Wharton grad. If
But
you're
Right,
Wharton
right.
the
grad is
MBA,
Wharton grad, the MBA is more famous. I mean, that's the pinnacle of
well, I
pinnacle
think
MBAs. It's a
The Wharton, the name is famous,
Yeah.
and
true. Yeah.
then a lot of really great people go to just Wharton undergrad, or they go to
Wait,
Wharton
so
Oh,
go
you
to
were trying to go to Wharton undergrad, but then you ended up at Penn.
in engineering.
engineering.
Yeah.
Because so here the story is that we have this family friend. This is Uncle Manfred.
Oh,
Family friend said,
Okay.
"Hey, if you're gonna go into business, get a bigger piece of paper later. Don't do that undergrad. You're good at
really?
math. You're good at math. Go be an engineer." That basically is
Oh,
So get an engineering degree, but then get
and then
the
go back
MBA
for the
later.
MBA.
yeah. So which is what I did. So that's the whatever the origin story is. I went to Penn because of Wharton undergrad, but then I went into engineering, knowing that I was going to go to business school And basically then my life became about going to business school so that I could go do that.
Right. So you even got some work experience to get into Wharton MBA, right?
That's
Yeah.
pretty unique though, right? Because you basically planned out your life basically even before, like during high school,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
I mean, how many of your friends would you know? Because we grew up in basically, if you go with the nature nurture, well, I guess this is nature and nurture because we grew up in the same environment, and everything. But we grew up in very two different forks, right? So you were totally planned out. You knew where you were going to go. I was like, I don't even know what college I'm going to go to. I don't even know what college is. I'm never going to take the SATs. Like, it's like why do you think you had this sort of plan in your mind already? You
Yeah.
just
Did
kind
you
of
I have
have
no
like
idea.
any type of father figure or kind of a mentor or like what? I mean, other than, I mean, you mentioned some Hong Kong business, but was
Yeah,
there a
I don't
person?
know. I don't know why.
because
It
I
just
don't, none of your friends were like that, right? I don't remember anybody else
no,
like.
no, 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 no. Like,
So it's not
yeah,
like you went
Well,
and did it with
because
your
did you
friends.
know, like
Yeah.
Hansel says that you kind of were a bit of a father figure or at least mentor to guide him to at least get into a decent
yeah.
college.
I remember I
Yeah,
said you should go apply to WashU. You remember
for
this?
sure.
Yeah, no. Well, Hansel has
That's what
said without you, I don't. He may not have even gone to college, knowing Hansel. He would have just been like, "Dude, I'm gonna just
100%.
ride my cycle. I'm awesome. I got dreadlocks. I don't need an education." So I think you definitely.
No, 100%. So that's what I mean. Like I had no
He
idea.
had
Even
you,
through
I
college, I had
think.
no idea. Well, I knew I was going to do
Wait,
computer science because I was coding back then,
yeah,
but
right, right.
I didn't have any plan whatsoever.
Well,
But you
Other
just had
than
it.
yeah,
graduated,
but
you got a computer science job though, because
Just just
Did you go to
be
Anderson first or SA? Wait, what did you
no, I
go?
went to SAIC first.
Oh,
But it was
SAC.
just because it fell in my lap. It was like the fifth interview I had or something because I was terrible at interviews. But it just
yeah,
happened. Like I didn't plan it out to go do that kind of thing. You know, that's what I think is really interesting, is very unique about you, is that of the successful people that we've talked to, I feel like a lot of them kind of fall ass backwards into it and then they kind of make it happen. Whereas you kind of thought about it ahead of time. And you said to me before, this is the most sort of normal, super successful path, right? It's you know, you go to
Yeah, totally.
McKinsey
I said that before. It's like
because you planned it all out
very,
almost.
I have like
yeah.
a hyper boring career path.
I guess boring, but
Boring in a
successful.
way, but
Like,
like super
it's like the
successful
definition, right,
in
of
a
how
way
you
that
get to
like
be the
yeah,
CEO.
like Tiger Woods would be like I was very boring, but I was just winning, but it's just super
Yeah, it's the
successful.
same
But yeah, it could be
thing.
boring, but you were like killing it, really.
That's how you
So
get there, right?
yeah,
I guess, but like so okay. So I have an engineering degree, and then I work for GE in a management training program.
which is
I
perfect to
remember
yeah,
how I decided to go to that training program. So it was called the Information Systems Management Program. So it's like an 8 month rotational program across 2 years. And I did it because I'm like, okay, so what's the thing that's going to help me write the best essay I could write?
yeah, to get into
Well,
Wharton, right?
why would you think of that? Like, who thinks of stuff like that?
Well,
It's
because
just
I
natural.
I
knew I wanted
know.
to go to business school, and I just tried to figure out when I was going to be able to go. And I got job offers with. I remember I really liked going to P&G, so I thought that was a cool idea. But that was like in Sin
Yeah.
City and maybe a little bit too deep in one area.
But
I
wait,
got
what? So
offers
why
like
would that one thing be such a better essay than P&G?
uh, because it was going to is a rotational program that allowed me to see different things,
Oh, so
and
you
then I
could
can go and tell a story
Brilliant.
about different things I
then you
did.
could talk about all these different things in your
Yeah.
essay. And did you at this point finally say maybe Harvard MBA? I mean,
Oh, I
Yeah, why
didn't
not
get in.
Harvard?
I applied there. I didn't get in.
Oh, you
oh,
applied to
you
Harvard.
actually did apply to Harvard
Was
MBA.
that your first choice?
Would you have gone? Yeah.
Uh, I would have gone there for sure. But
What
so
about
I only had 2 years of work experience, remember also, which is a harder thing to get into schools.
right?
I got into Chicago, I think,
Top.
No.
University of
What about
Chicago.
Northwestern? Northwestern, Stanford?
I didn't apply to Stanford. I was gonna wait because Stanford had like I want to say like the ages were I think they were older people who would apply there. I can't remember now. But
Hmm.
I didn't apply to Stanford. I didn't get to Harvard. I can't remember whether I applied to Kellogg now or not. But anyway,
I mean, yeah.
so I went after 2 years, and well, I'm convinced that the reason why Penn let me go there is because I was their undergrad. So then they don't have to like take my whatever alumni donations, split it. So like, okay,
Yeah, that's
You didn't
true.
think that far ahead. You weren't like donating back then, were you?
no, 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 no,
That
no.
would have been
How about
hilarious.
I had a question because I know that, I mean, I wrote a book with Hansel, so I kind of know a little bit about him and I
Yeah.
run a
You
company
do you
stuff.
plug your
But
book
like,
ever? Like plug your book.
do we read
Yeah,
our
we don't.
book? No, we
You plug
don't.
your
It
book.
probably
We
Plug
has
your
plug it.
book.
typos in it, and I don't want to find typos and all kinds of stuff, misspellings and
And also, every time we sell a book, we probably make like 2 cents. So it really doesn't.
so
It
we're
really
very
doesn't really
wealthy.
matter at all.
Yeah, very rich
Are you
on that.
self-published though on this thing? You're self-published, right?
Is it called
Mm,
self-published? I guess it
it's
is
not
self-published.
sort of,
We have a
but
publisher,
we
but
have a
we paid for it.
publisher, so we didn't just, yeah, it's half sort of. I don't know. That's another long story. But anyway, I had a question kind of about your
Yeah.
childhood, and that I know that, so like Hansel, you guys were, raised in Iowa, like all
Yeah.
white country. And, how about racism and things? Like, did you feel that had to deal with any kind of racism as a
Yeah, for sure.
child?
For sure.
Okay.
So we moved to Des Moines when I was 6, I
Oh,
think. Well,
wow.
I think I turned 7. So second grade in Des
Yeah.
Moines. So this happened very early. So I kind of didn't speak English, right? Very well, or at all, pretty much. And
Oh,
then,
because you
and then
guys, I see, we're kind of lived a lot
Came from
in
Hong Kong. Yeah, we lived in
Hong
Hong
Kong.
Kong until,
So your
you
English
know,
was not very great. Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Get it.
yeah.
yeah, I spoke English first, I think, because I was born here before speaking Chinese, and then you go to Hong Kong and you speak Chinese.
And then it
Anyway,
ruined your
so
English.
yeah, yeah, and then we learned English, right on. So
Got it.
so then this is very early in second grade. Some kids, so there's this Hansel and I went to Haniel Elementary School. There is a bathroom it's a small, I think it might be like a 2-stall bathroom,
Okay.
and then it has a narrow like entranceway to it. And these kids get in there, and like, 'cause I'm in there, and these kids get in there and they block the door.
What happens after these white guys from Iowa block the bathroom door? Tune into our next episode of theCoderBros Have a Bigger Bro Part 2 next week. We are sponsored by none other than the Coder School, a company that teaches kids how to code with over 70 locations all around the country. So if you're interested in getting kids to code, head online and check us out. Learn to code, change the world. Thanks for listening.